Hey y'all, Chattel Red, the grown-ass teenager in the building. And today we're going to get into corruption, just a little bit. So let's watch this video and then we're going to get into it.
This arrest definitely came as a surprise to everyone in the room during that 6 a.m. roll call where our cameras were rolling when 38-year-old security specialist LaPortia Williams was called to the front and then placed in handcuffs. The new jail administrator here says he hoped the message comes across that this will not be tolerated.
Specialist Williams, step up front, please.
An early morning arrest inside the Clayton County Jail after the sheriff's office says security specialist LaPortia Williams smuggled contraband to an inmate.
You are hereby terminated from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and under arrest.
Atlanta News First heard jail phone audio of Williams conspiring with inmate Rodriguez Martin to smuggle this phone charger inside of this cereal bar box. Major Michael Johnson says security cameras captured the moment Williams dropped that box into a trash can like Martin asked her to. A shakedown inside Martin's cell block this morning ended with the inmate back in handcuffs.
Specialist Williams is now an inmate here at Clayton County Jail because of you.
Major Johnson says when he took over as jail administrator a month ago, he warned everyone there would be changes because this happens far too often.
Yo, he said she's in jail now because of you. No, sir, she's in jail because of her. She made the choice to bring contraband into an inmate. And they called her name and roll call and said, step to the front. Child, I know her heart was beating fast. Especially when you know you doing dirt. I know her heart was like, boom, boom, boom. But she deserved it. Because if you'll bring in a phone charger, you'll bring in drugs and you'll bring in weapons. And that's a fact.
He says he hopes his message this morning was clear to the other employees that this cannot go on.
If you make a decision to do criminal activity in our jail, you'll see the same fate.
And Major Johnson says he wants to set an example for the future of this jail and their inmates.
We are making sure that we are taking care and custody of all of our inmates and taking care of all of our employees as well.
Okay.
Today we effected a little more change.
During a sweep of that jail block, deputies did find an iPhone in one of those cells, and Major Johnson says it's not yet clear how Martin and Williams developed a relationship to the point where she was tempted to bring in this contraband.
I said, oh, okay, because he said the safety, the care of our inmates. And then he said officers. I'm like, oh, okay. Because whatever they bringing in does affect the officers. Number one, if they bring a weapon, somebody can hurt an officer or an inmate. If you're bringing in drugs, that also affects the officer. Because now, what if somebody ODs? Now you just endanger the officer's job because they can lose their job if the inmate dies on their shift. Then you also bring in violence, because with drug selling comes violence. When people can't pay, when people can't control their intake. So it affects everybody. Even like civilian staff, like doctors and nurses in the clinic, it affects them. You giving them extra work. They supposed to be just in here giving out medication and seeing little colds and fevers and shit. And now they got OD patients. Anybody who will bring any type of contraband into their jails should be arrested and embarrassed at roll call just like that. And it does set an example. So if that's what he was trying to do, it does set an example.
There was multiple conversations between Ms. Williams and Mr. Martin, and specifically about this incident.
Clayton says the 38-year-old jail employee was providing the charger to her high school sweetheart, inmate Rodriguez Gonzalez Martin. Suspect Williams was hired as a security specialist back in March. In that position, she works the towers and should not have contact with inmates. This case evidence includes a voice recording between Williams and Martin.
I'm going to get it for you. I'll have it for you. I'm not you behind it.
Anytime you eat out of us, just throw it in the trash, man. I got somebody to get. Williams is facing 3 felonies for the illegal drop. Inmate Martin is charged too. Major Johnson makes it clear any other employees or contractors will face the same fate.
Not the high school sweetheart. See, that's why I always watch multiple videos. Now we know how she was able to maintain a relationship so strong that she was willing to bring Contraband in for him when she don't even have inmate contact. What are you doing, sis? You are a correction officer with a post with no inmate contact? That is a A1 post in correction. Nobody want to be dealing with the inmates. She could have rolled out the rest of her career in peace. Why would you throw all of that away? Because now you're fired. Now you're going to jail for an inmate that's locked up. Can he help you at all? Can he pay your bills now that you're fired? If you have kids, can he take care of your kids now that you're in jail? It's stupid. I never, in my 20 years, would bring any contraband in for an inmate. Now, I ain't gonna lie, small shit like my leftovers, if I'm eating, if I got Chinese food or whatever I brought for lunch, not no home cooked shit, because that I could take that on back. But like store-bought food, if I have food left over and I know I'm not going to eat it, I'm going to throw it away. I will give it to my house gang or something like that. House gang, for those who don't know, is the guys that clean up the housing area. Yes, I will give food to my house gang. That's it. That's contraband. But anything else, I would never, because it's not worth it. I'm not losing on. I wanted to live this life that I'm living right now. I don't have to work to like survive, basically. Yeah, I have to work to live. Traveling and having fun and eating out whenever I want to and buying whatever I want to. I have to work for that. I don't have to work to survive, meaning to pay my bills. I'm good. This is the life that I worked that job for. I dealt with all of that shit for. I could never give it up. For a dude that's in jail, they can't help me out. Nigga, if you send $1 million to my account and I bring you some shit. Because $1 million, nigga, I'm quitting this job. Period. Other than that, if you can't wire $1 million into my account, sir, it's a no for me. Yeah. I don't understand these hoes. Now, let me know if y'all want to hear my little story time I have about an officer messing with an inmate. Yeah, I did witness that. Let me know if y'all want to hear my story time. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready just to hear me talking with no video? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Drop it down. Before I go, I just want to say stay tuned because I'm about to start interviewing folks. I'm going to start interviewing officers, retired officers, and former inmates. So we're going to get some jail stories. I'm going to tell y'all some jail stories too. I had a full-time job working in the school, and school is over and I'm going to have more time to make content. Thank y'all for staying with me as I'm only posting once a week at this time. I appreciate y'all, but it's more to come. And that's all I got to say about that, y'all. Later.